we got the science. It's the people problem that is always the frontier of making any of this work.
The Ice Age franchise is all about prehistoric animals, and of course they're ignorant about a ton of things, and appropriately, they continually mangle a very basic scientific rule. Correlation does not imply causation. Without that rule, do you think we would be, stuck in a scientific ice age?
Well, so I think that sentence has been given more weight than it deserves, if I may.
You may.
It is true that correlation does not require causation. But almost everything in this world that is correlated
is causal.
Is causal. Almost everything. So we shouldn't be shocked if someone wants to infer causation and ultimately learn that it's not. Almost everything is causal. You flick a switch, the light turns on. You put one foot in front of another, you move forward. Friction propels you forward. You press the gas pedal, the car accelerates.
Okay, you're coming up with a whole bunch of scientific examples that are undeniable. But I'm thinking of
thick
dangerous
cumulus
ones.
clouds, rain comes out of them.
What about when people use them for social things and things that turn into racism? Like a disproportionate number of people of color end up in jail and they grow up in a certain place. Then you say, oh, you grew up in this city, you're going to be a criminal, right?
Right.
That kind of application of correlation.
No, so the way you should say that is what are the statistics of you becoming a criminal if you grew up under those conditions? Is it higher or lower than if you grew up in different conditions?
Right, but it doesn't cause it, right?
Well, it can. I mean, so the problem is socially, people are really complicated things. So socially, it's hard to point to a cause that results in someone's behavior in 100% of the cases.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And what's intriguing to me is how much attention we give to people who come from broken homes and then don't do well in life. And then we say, well, it's because of the broken home. When I think, yes, that should be studied.
That's not causal, right?
Wait. But I think we should spend as much, if not more attention, studying the people who came from broken homes but succeeded. There's a whole population of such people. People with divorced parents or the abuse, they nonetheless succeeded. So we should ask, how did they succeed?
Right.
In the face of these forces that would otherwise constrict success. And I don't think there's enough studies, and there should be, because there could be lessons in there that you then apply.
The positive study.
The positive study, and apply that to the cases where people where their lives have gone astray.
Now, you didn't, as far as I know, come from a broken home, but you were unique among the kids you grew up with to grow up to become an astrophysicist, right?
I think most people who became astrophysicists ultimately were unique in childhood. I mean, how many astrophysicists are there
in general
in the world? There's one in a million if you want to do the statistics on it.
This story about you as a kid, you can remind us how old you were. You weren't 3, you were a little, like, you apparently...
I was 9.
And you saw stars and you're like, oh my gosh, it's changed.
Well, I saw stars, projected stars, in the Hayden Planetarium.
Because you had grown up in the city and didn't see the stars.
Yeah, didn't see the stars at all. And then I go into the planetarium, a family trip, and whoa, what is this? That's a hoax. There can't be this many stars. I know how many stars there are. There's like 12 in the night sky. That's how many I counted from the Bronx, where I grew up. And I would later, of course, learn that projected the real sky, or a version of the real sky. And
but why aren't more kids in the Bronx growing up to be, or maybe they are increasingly growing up?
Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't track that, but I can tell you that many people who are astrophysicists were sort of amateur astronomers as kids and owned telescopes, and they were in many ways, many occasions, the weird kid in their class. And so my story is not actually unusual. You may think it's unusual because I'm the only story you know, because how many astrophysicists do people know?
Right.
How many occasions do you have to put an astrophysicist's life story on television.
Right.
It's not common. So to hear the story, that doesn't mean the story itself is uncommon.
And what's the weirdest thing you did? I mean, were you a weird kid? Name one really weird thing about you when you were a kid, please.
Oh, this is too obscure. Let me give you the second weirdest thing.
No, we of course want the most weirdest thing, please.
You want the most weirdest thing? The mostest weirdest thing?
Of course we do.
Really? Okay. So, I don't know, when I was 12 or 13, I memorized the fifth root of 100 to 12 decimal places.
That's
I still
really
it's
weird.
2.51188643152. If you take that number and multiply it by itself 5 consecutive times, you get 100.0000000. And there's an obscure reason why one would want to know that in astrophysics. And it's so obscure, I will not waste
But at 12, you wanted
valuable
to know it?
airtime. Oh yeah, well I knew at age 9 I wanted to study. So that number is the factor difference in brightness between consecutive magnitude numbers referencing the brightness of stars in the night sky.
That's why you wanted to know it.
Yeah, so I wanted just to know that accurately. And that's just a kind of weird thing. Other things.
Great weird thing.
It's just weird. You know, I'm up all hours of the night with my telescope and everyone is asleep or doing fun things. But I'm
You were doing something fun.
communing with the cosmos
Yeah.
with my telescope. And I walked dogs. Later on in middle school and high school, I lived in an apartment complex, and I walked dogs for a living in the golden age of dog walking.
Which is when you didn't have to pick up
Didn't
the
have to
poop?
pick up the
Oh
poop.
my God.
You
That's
can
a
walk 9
terrible
dogs, and they're
age.
just pooping, and I just keep walking.
That is a brown age of dog walking. That is not golden. That is,
Not if you're the one that has to be doing it.
that's true.
So 50 cents per dog per walk. I was able to quickly assemble money to get a next generation telescope and a camera, and I had a dark room. I converted my bathroom into a dark room back in the day when that's how you obtain photographs of whatever you took a picture of. So yeah, I did this.
I just got to tell you, as I am now a mother, I think every mother's dream is that her child would be as weird as you were. That is amazing.
Well, you have to be a geek sympathizer, Mom.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a geek. And then you grow up to be a movie star. I mean, you're having a very artistic year. We see you in the Adam Nimoy film that he created for his father, for the love of Spock. The movie started out as one thing, and then Leonard Nimoy died, and Adam Nimoy turned the work into a Valentine to his dad, creating a lovely film about an artist, actor, and father.
When word came out today that actor Leonard Nimoy had died, the president said, "I love